What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Michael and welcome to FudgeMuppet. Today I'm going to be taking you through a Fallout 76 guide on how to obtain a 10mm submachine gun which has the legendary effect of setting targets on fire, essentially making you feel as if you're shooting incendiary rounds. Of course, you'll only need normal 10mm ammo for the gun in order to start setting the wasteland ablaze. So I'm going to tell you exactly how to get the gun, but firstly let's talk about the gun itself. So Perfect Storm is a 10mm submachine gun which I'm very happy to see in Fallout 76. When I first picked up a normal one, I expected it to just look like a modified 10mm pistol that was a bit more decked out and automatic, of course, but it actually has its own look, which I really like. Perfect Storm isn't unique in its appearance, but it's a surefire way of getting a 10mm submachine gun with the Incendiary legendary effect. It's like how you could acquire a weapon in Fallout 4 called the Gainer, which was a 44 Magnum that also sets targets on fire and did burning damage. Now, unlike Fallout 4, however, at least with my experience in Fallout 76 so far, it seems legendary enemies and therefore legendary weapons aren't as common. Statistically, Perfect Storm is a leveled weapon. I did the quest around level 20 and I got a level 20 version of the gun, but I have a friend who did the quest earlier and got a level 10 version. Anyways, the level 20 weapon deals 16 damage per bullet, but then on top of this, the fire damage causes targets to burn for an additional 24 points of damage over 3 seconds. Getting this weapon earlier, say at level 10, won't change the potency of the legendary effect, and the rest of the stats, besides the base damage, appear to be the same. Therefore, it has a fire rate of 91, a range of 120, and an accuracy of 60. The weight says 4.5 and the value is 96. The equipped mods are the standard receiver, a true short barrel, a standard stock, and a quick magazine. My overall opinion of the gun is that it's really fun and pretty powerful too. It gives me a real spray and pray vibe, except obviously instead of explosive damage, you're just setting everything on fire. It's a great addition to any pyromaniac's arsenal, or just anyone who wants a backup weapon and has a bunch of 10mm ammo they don't use. The downside to this gun, at least from my experience, is actually that it just chews through ammunition extremely quickly. I never had enough 10mm ammo to make this a main gun of mine, but I still kept it in my inventory for backup situations anyway. So yes, it's a pretty solid weapon, especially in the early to mid-game stages, and setting things on fire is super fun, but just keep in mind, like any 10mm submachine gun, you're going to be using a lot of ammo to keep this bad boy running. If you're the kind of character who is buying and crafting ammo all the time, then it will probably go better for you. In this video, I'm using Scott's footage from when we were playing the beta together, but my personal character is melee focused, so I'm not overly into the ammo making. Even still, Scott also agrees the gun drains ammo pretty quick. So how do you get this gun? Well, let me tell you, and like a lot of the guides, I aim to make things as concise and straightforward as possible, so you can just go easily get the weapon yourself. But if you do want to spend time reading all the terminal entries for your own enjoyment, definitely go for it. I do recommend piecing the story together as you go along in your own playthrough, but I don't want to spoil everything in this video. So you'll want to head to a location called Wavy Willard's Water Park. Unlike more obscure places, you literally can't miss this one. It's the water park with the giant crocodile on it at the very top of the map, as shown here on the screen. When you start heading in, you'll see a miscellaneous objective come up saying contact Miss Annie, and as you make your way through the water park through loads of Scorched, you'll end up discovering she is a Miss Nanny robot with their typical French accent. When you approach her, she asks if you're there to find Freddy, a child who has been missing for a long time. She wants info from the security office but can't break her privacy protocol to get it herself, and so begins the quest you must complete to get this fiery gun named Cold Case, ironically. From here, simply follow the map marker to the building with the park security terminal in it. You'll notice there's a locked door, but if you just go around it, there's already a hole in the wall, so you can just walk on through, so the locked door is kind of pointless. Anyways, access the terminal and go through all the options. To make the story more enjoyable, I recommend reading the alert section on the trespassing and kidnapping. The kidnapping section speaks of Freddy, says he's missing and may have been kidnapped as part of an anti-war protest. Management are working with police to help find the child, and any employees who come review holotapes to help find the child will be paid over time. Anyways, go through everything in the holotape review section, read everything so you're up to date, and then exit the terminal. You'll get the objective, play holotape clues 0 out of 2, and if you head just behind the terminal to the wall in the same room, there's a safe on the floor with the first holotape. Open the safe, listen to the holotape. You'll hear a guy trying to lure Freddy to come with him to see some sort of surprise, and the man speaking also wants Freddy to remove his ID so his nanny can't track him. You'll then then hear an announcer voice hyping up the water slide. Anyways, follow your way on screen or however you want to get there to the next map marker, and head into the downstairs area and look in the cabinet. Here you'll find the next log to listen to. Playing it, you'll hear the voice asking where the box for the mail is meant to be, and then the response to that will give you a map marker for the mailbox. Take both of the quest items in there, the PO box one and the letter, and then you'll be directed to find Freddy's ID. The ID is found at the top of the water slide, which is sadly guarded by a pretty sizable horde of Mirelurks. So follow the path on screen to the water slide, and then you'll encounter Mirelurks of all kinds. When we were playing the beta, we had diseased Mirelurk hunters, diseased Mirelurk razor claws, you name it. Obviously, we ended up with diseases, so definitely be careful and use protection. Grenades work really well, and if you think they're too tough, just sneak around them if possible. Otherwise, run through trying not to die, or if you're really powerful, dice them up and make some wasteland sushi. We'll leave that up to you. Anyways, go up the many flights of stairs to the top of the water slide and then look inside the crate. Here you will find the Kid Secure ID. A pop-up shows you this is in fact the ID of Freddy Woods, the missing child, and the status of the ID says error. Your next objective is to go to the Clarksburg post office, and you'll have an optional objective of repairing the Kid Secure ID at a tinkerer's workbench. For bonus points, feel free to look down at the Mirelurks from the top of the slide and feel their hungry eyes pierce your soul. Anyways, head to the town of Clarksburg, which is located directly south of the waterslide area. The post office should have liberators there, so you'll be killing quite a few of those pesky robots before you then access the terminal that the map marker pointed you to. You'll want to search by box number and then go to PO Box 12, which is the one you picked up from the mailbox earlier with the letter. This one will give you the name Otis Pike and an address. You'll then get the objective, search Otis Pike's house. His house is located right near Grafton Station, which is southwest of Clarksburg, as you can see on the map. So from the station, walk up to his house, following the path on screen or going your own way. Head into his house and go downstairs, opening up his terminal and sifting through the messages. If you read his diary, you'll learn there's more to this character than you think, but I'll leave that up to you. Anyways, go through all of the entries in the correspondence section and you'll read about Grafton Dam, which you'll be heading to next to investigate. You'll need to find a way into Grafton Dam, which is located southeast-ish of Otis's house, as you can see on the map here. I hope you like Super Mutants and Mirelurks, because there's plenty here who would really love to kill you. Anyways, once you've dealt with any enemies, you'll realize that the door to Grafton Dam is locked, so the easiest way around this, if you can't lockpick it, is to follow the path on screen and go in through this broken drainage pipe. There's Super Mutants inside here too, so be careful. Anyways, as you'll enter, you'll need to pick up the 5 clues inside as you make your way throughout the facility. The first one is in a sack at the bottom of the stairs near the water. You can find the diary of Otis Pike on the corpse, presumably Pike, which is the second clue. Grab the Grafton Dam keys from the body as well. Then keep heading up the stairs and you'll find Freddy's Adventure number 2 in the table drawers, which is the third clue, because remember the diary was the second one. Then keep heading upstairs and jump across this gap to find Freddy's Adventure number 3. Finally, hop down to the broken bridge gap and pick up Arthur Wood's lighter, which is the 5th and final clue. Piecing it all together, you'll then be given the objective of searching the Woods estate, which is located northwest of the dam, as you can see here. Heading into the heavily damaged building, go up the stairs and head to the Woods estate terminal. In the desk underneath the terminal, you can find the next quest item you'll need, Freddy's hasty note. Now you have everything you need, and the objective tells you to return to Miss Annie, which I've just realized sounds exactly like Miss Nanny, the type of robot she is, but without the N. Now, one final thing to say is that I assume you can just return to Miss Annie without repairing the Kid Secure ID, as it is an optional objective, and you will probably get the same gun. However, for full discretion, in my playthrough and in the playthroughs of everyone else I know who did this quest, we all repaired the Kid Secure ID at the Tinkerer's workbench, just in case. Besides the Kid Secure ID, which you picked up from the top of the water slide, you'll also need 3 adhesive, 1 circuitry, and 1 nuclear material. Anyways, returning to Miss Annie, she's very happy, noting that Freddy was rushed to safety before the bombs fell, and even suggests he might still be alive. Anyways, after this, you get Perfect Storm, the legendary 10mm SMG, and a bunch of other useful items. In Scott's footage, he received 3 diluted stim packs, 37 10mm rounds, a plan to craft a 10mm SMG, and a plan to craft light metal legs. He also got 126 caps and 420 XP. I wonder if repairing the Kid Secure ID influences the non-unique reward a bit. It would make sense. And that wraps up this weapon location guide on Perfect Storm. I hope you found this video useful, and if you think this video deserves it, be sure to hit that like button. The idea with this guide was to have a fire-spitting gun in your hands as soon as possible, but like I said earlier, if you want to read through every terminal entry as you go along, definitely go for it. Let me know what side quests you've completed that give you legendary weapons in the comments below. My name is Michael, thank you so much for watching FudgeMuppet, and I look forward to nerding out with you again very soon.